and welcome to today's video. Today we are here and we are bringing back the weekend show. Now the weekend show, if you guys don't know, is something that took place in this room back in 2015 on YouTube. So if you're watching on X, those videos do exist on X as well. I re-uploaded them all in anticipation for the series coming out. And I'm just so thrilled. I've never really brought back something that old to, an idea that we've had, right? We have the race playlist from 2016. But pretty much everything else is a newer concept. So I wanted to bring it back because the weekend show was just a fun idea. And it was essentially based on late night TV shows when they used to be more funny, have a celebrity come on interview. I used to have Wen and Trayvon. Both of them would come on occasionally, quite often, with the camera set up over here, and I'd be sitting in the same exact spot essentially, doing the intro. So it's cool to bring it back. I thought, okay, 2026, we're gonna do big things with the Epiccw brand. How do we do that? So it's gonna be a lot of fun stuff that we take a look at throughout this whole episode and every single week. So just be ready for that because we got some cool stuff planned out through our segments. We're gonna have an intro segment, talk about some fun stuff. We're gonna do something interesting. That's Emma and I together. So looking forward to that. This week we're gonna be watching the first episode of the weekend show together. Then we have a sports segment. I feel like we talk about sports a lot on the channel, whether it's in the podcast or race playlist or Gran Turismo. But we don't really get a chance to kind of predict scores and, predict some of the sports of the weekend because, those videos we recorded so far ahead. Doing this, a day or two before the games take place, we can really predict and make more accurate predictions. So we're going to talk about some sports, general talking segment that's going to be Emily and I together, just kind of similar to what you expect from the podcast. Emily has her own segment that's either going to be just her or us together. In our closing segment, we're going to preview what you guys can expect to see in the next week. So, yeah, it's just very, very exciting. Doing this series, I think is going to be cool. Again, to bring back something from 2015, that's a while ago, right? Like, you've had a lot of things that maybe changed in that time, right? Things that are different since 2015. You've had New York now has a communist mayor. Like, that's something that's different, right? But some things to stay the same. The Jets being bad. Missing the playoffs for 15 years. So, New York doesn't have a lot of things to be positive about, right? You have communist mayor and you have the Jets being bad still. Giants aren't great either. So, not a lot of positives for New York at the moment. So, some things have changed, some things stayed the same. But that's one that's, some things different from 2015 or stayed the same. Other things, for this series, I want to go and get more views, right? I feel like when we first did this series, 2015, we were getting, 5 views. Hopefully, we can get 6 or 7 views this time. Oh, man. No, but oh, man. Yeah. So, either way. Yeah. That's good. Other things, though. 2026. Let's talk about that. Let's pivot away from this new series and I guess kind of discuss 2026 as a goal. Epiccw 26, you've seen the branding of it for a few months throughout the videos and the shorts. You see it on this video somewhere. Again, if you want to be an advertiser and sponsor this video, you can have that spot. Because right now this is presented by me, sponsored by Epiccw. But if you want to take that spot, you can. But yeah, that's there the branding to kind of just promote Epiccw 26. And really, what is Epiccw 26? It's essentially the push that we're making as a brand to increase the viewers and increase the reach that we have as a channel. And as a brand in a whole, obviously we do YouTube and X. Mainly focused, obviously, the YouTube side. This is what it's been since 2012. X is a nice place to upload the content, though, and get it out there daily. But YouTube's obviously the main focus, and our goal with that is very focused on increasing viewership, right? We had, the last 3 years, we've had about 400 to 500,000 views. 2023 being the highest with 574,000 views. 2024 was 437,000, and then 2025 a slight decrease, 417,000. So our goal this year is to go and eclipse all that with 600,000 views and bring in viewers and new subscribers to hit 3,000. That's the goal. So that's basically what Epiccw 26 is, right? It's that, bringing out new series like this, Emily playing Fallout, other things that her and I are doing together. I don't have a new series necessarily yet, but once Wreckfest ends and we kind of move some things around, we'll have some new series from me as well. But mainly our goal is to bring in new ideas, new people to watch content, and hit peaks that we haven't hit. Now, it's difficult, actually, at the moment, because YouTube messed up the algorithm and isn't pushing out content. And it started in December, I believe December 10th. We actually got hit really bad. We went from 3,000 views a day to 100 on shorts and videos combined, which is just not something we can, sustain. And the goal of Epiccw 26 is to say, okay, can we do better? Are we in a trajectory to take the brand higher and not lower, right? Because if the brand doesn't succeed, I can't continue to justify putting time into it, right? I need to do things that are going to be successful for me. I can be happy, be successful, make money, and, for the responsibilities that I have, right? It's different than 5 years ago when I was messing around. Like, it has to be something that we are succeeding, right? I can't sit here and say, it'll happen eventually, right? It's been it'll happen eventually for a while, right? This is the year that I'm saying it's going to happen or it's not, right? We're either going to be in the spot where we can grow the brand or we're not going to. And 2027 would be a scale back year to doing some videos for fun, but, finding other avenues to be successful, right? Like, I'm at that point in life where it has to change. And, I'm going to be 27 this year. Like, it needs to be, we have success, right? And we can continue to build it. I can't just keep waiting around for YouTube videos to pop off. There will be other paths and avenues and other interests that I'll have to explore. So that's kind of what Epiccw 26 represents, is new era, but also a push to be successful, because I need to be successful, right? I need to be able to, sustain myself financially in ways that I want to, and be able to provide for Emily as a responsibility that I have, right, in our relationship, right? That's my job in the relationship, is to provide for her, right? Like, that's normal. So I want to be able to do that, and if YouTube's that avenue or not, we're going to find out in 2026, but hopefully they get that algorithm stuff fixed, or we're pretty much done, right? That's where we're at. So a lot of pressure, but I'm excited. Emma and I have grinded a lot of content already, We put a lot of work into it for January and February. We have 3 videos a day starting January 4th. So, pretty much the day after this video is out. 3 videos a day, every day for January, February, all the way to March 1st. And then we're going to scale back just a little bit to like, I think it's 16 a week or 18 a week. But going really hard those first 2 months and then continuing on from there. So hopefully the algorithm like gets fixed sooner than later. And I hope it will. I think that they're going to, noise about it, things will change. But that's what we have here for the intro. Let's jump to our next segment, which is Emma and I watching the first ever episode of the Weekend Show from 2015. So be ready to cringe. I mean, it's one of those things that it's going to be cringe. And, it's something that will be interesting. I get to see the cringe version of myself, right? Most people, you don't have all of your cringe of your younger ages recorded on the internet. Fortunately, I do. I can go back and look at me from 2015 and say, damn, that was cringe. And even, I am lucky enough that I can also look in the mirror and see current day cringe. So, I get to see cringe in myself, right? So, that's good. But yeah, let's go. Let's jump into the cringe right now. All right, we are here for our fun, exciting segment. Are you ready for this, babe?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You don't sound it. You gotta sound excited.
I'm excited.
This is the Weekend Show, the first episode from when is this? January 24th, 2015. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're going to skip through part of it. We're not going to watch the entire thing, but see how good this is.
Hello, and welcome to a brand new series, which will inevitably be the replacement for another series.
This is the same spot I recorded in.
Did you start sitting like that too?
Today?
Yeah.
Basically.
But I
You
figured
hit
it'd be
the,
appropriate to start the Weekend Show with Curtis right now. But we have a guest here for 2 days.
Do you like it?
Videos we can make.
Do you like how I sound?
So it's gonna be cool. We're gonna do some cool stuff. Now, obviously, not every weekend I'm gonna have people here to do it. As you know,
This
not
is
every week am I gonna have
good.
Casey or anybody else come over.
That's when I was like,
You sound like you have a lisp.
So
Like a little one.
what we're gonna do is some days I'm just gonna do other
I hear
random
it
stuff,
now
which will make it
still,
similar to that
occasionally.
series. But to keep him waiting,
racism.
to not keep him waiting, I'd like to welcome in Trayvon.
Hello there.
Ew.
That's why you're
Why
here.
bro
Yeah,
run in like
you're not
that?
live.
did you hear what he
Thanks for
said?
coming to the video.
Hello there.
Nah, you missed the funny part.
There. Because I'm half black, isn't it?
That's why you're here, yeah, because you're half black.
Oh, for real?
Thanks for coming to the video.
No, I didn't hear that part because I couldn't hear
Yeah,
it
so
again.
we're gonna do some cool stuff. Now we're gonna have an interview here with you. Now the first thing that I would say about this show is I like the way we're
Is
doing
someone
this interview.
vacuuming in the
With the chair
background?
on this side.
Probably.
I hear like
Yes,
some
on that side.
ringing.
Isn't that usually the other way around?
It's also the camera's
It
shit.
typically is, but this time we're gonna do it this way. If you watch any show, they have a
Plastic
Yes,
Coca-Cola cup. Or
also
the
this.
paper.
Don't worry about my plastic Coca-Cola
It's
cup.
paper.
whatever other ones they have.
I probably went bowling in the morning. I already got that.
Shows. The host shows on that side.
I
This
can't,
time,
bro. I'm doing
we're
good.
gonna do it differently. We got some Sprite there for you, so if you wanna drink some Sprite. We are endorsing. Are they
Right.
Yes, they are. We are endorsing Coca-Cola products today.
You would
Well, I
have
have
checked.
whatever's in this container that I don't really know what it is.
Boy, it's still sponsoring Coca-Cola. So go out there and buy a cup.
It is some Coca-Cola. I'm not sure if it's Coca-Cola or Coke Zero because it basically tastes the same. And he's got Sprite, which is out of one of their companies.
This is good. Really focus on the
Either way.
details.
So, let's get down to some important questions.
Get down to business.
First question I have for you is, do you think this shirt is stylish?
Well, I think it's very stylish. Perfect.
Oh yeah, no, you feel the texture too. It is. There's rubber inside of it.
shirts.
this year's Brazil World Cup. I wanted them to lose, but I got the shirt because it's still World Cup. It's cool.
I have
It was
probably.
actually very expensive.
Can you wear it
I think it was
No.
and say that exact question?
The price on it, but I got it for
I can do it with the current shirt I'm wearing in the next segment.
Yeah, the back it's even got like a little bend in the back for like doing a lot of.
I'm just breaking down my shirt
Which
for
I always
you.
do. Very fit.
Clearly.
This is why people watch.
I wore it to bowling.
Wow.
On to the next question. How's your life?
How's your life been?
Let's tell your story.
Alright. I woke up and I called for Jesus because all I heard was screaming come from the downstairs.
Okay.
Come to find out, that was the baby. Oh Lord, the baby.
I know what he's talking about, bro.
Now you know what I told him?
Jesus.
Go back to bed or I'm gonna beat you.
Go back to
Adrian
You
Peterson
woke
over
me
here.
up.
Adrian Peterson.
Yes.
Is he talking about when?
You woke me up. I got hungry. Some hot granola.
Was this today?
Oh yeah, this was all this morning.
Oh, because he had a younger brother who was like a baby at the time. So that's probably what woke him up. It was the screaming of a child.
For real?
He got mad. The baby. I couldn't tell if he was mad at me or not because I really didn't care at that point. I was hungry.
I was hungry.
Starving bear. Woke up from hibernation.
I agree. I'm
Didn't
hungry.
even know it was snowing outside yet.
Didn't know it was gonna snow.
Oh, I did.
Oh, I did. I knew it was gonna snow.
I knew, but I didn't know
I
it
knew it was gonna snow. I didn't see the snow, but I knew it was gonna snow. I was having me some hot granola.
Yo, I'm hilarious, dog. Yo, I'm
happened.
funny as fuck, bro.
I was eating it
It was
cold.
granola. It was a
I was
granola
eating it
bar.
raw.
Oh, man.
I just put some granola bar in some water and put it into the microwave and it works. Especially put it in for 5 minutes. It might
Yo,
burn something, but it's still gonna be
dab
good.
me up. I'm funny, bro.
Smoking all that smoke.
Did you actually try doing this?
I have no idea.
Can you try doing it now
No.
and see if it works?
That's some hot granola.
Good story, good story.
Out
No.
the window.
I love your stories. Now, as you know, a few visits ago, Trevon came over, and at 1 in the morning, we
Oh.
might have burnt some toast in the microwave. So what was going through your mind when that was happening?
Why would you put bread in
Oh
the
my God.
microwave?
You know about this.
I know.
Because I didn't want to use the toaster oven.
But don't you have a regular toaster?
Yeah, but it's like cheese garlic bread.
Oh.
It's like the frozen like Texas toast. You can't put those on a pop-up toaster.
Just use the oven next time, bro.
Yes, but me when I was 15, I said I don't want to turn on the oven because in my mind, until like 2 months ago, using the oven was going to take 5 hours.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't.
Yeah.
What did we do now? What did we do in the first place?
It was scary because it was just smoke, but if we hadn't caught it,
It would have been over,
and
though.
then it caught on fire, and it would have gone to the electrical outlet, which would have lit the whole electrical
And then the fuse box, and then
The whole house.
In my
our
mind.
house, so it was nice knowing you, and then it wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be here today telling you this story because my tank would have caught on fire,
Yep.
and we would have caught on fire and died. We would have been dead.
Yeah.
We would have been dead.
And then we should have
Hey, yo.
This runs in. Oh, Curtis. And then the camera cuts out.
Oh, Curtis.
I wish I kept the camera running.
Who
That'd
said
be
it?
good.
My dad, when he came running, remember the video? He came running in.
It's a very interesting interview process that we have here.
There we go.
I should interview you.
Hmm?
I should interview you in the next segment.
What's in the corner?
It was in the middle of the walkway.
Still,
It was right next to the refrigerator.
Unless you looked at like the camera itself.
You had a GoPro and just put it up. Ooh. If we had a GoPro, put it up there.
God, I think I'm funny.
Can you put the GoPro in the microwave with your toast?
Are you doing good in school?
That sounds like a good idea, babe.
Yeah.
What is
research?
what is your main interests?
Main interest?
Yeah.
Probably writing, creative.
Your hands are too white for the rest of like your body.
I have no idea why. They're not now.
Well, yeah.
And apparently there's she's this assistant principal or something.
I want to see what else we're gonna talk about.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen him in 3 years. He walked in.
He
He gave her a conversation, and it did not go well.
Oh. He came in.
Oh, that's good.
And he pizza night. I couldn't eat for the next 2 days. And then I went back to
And
school.
then next day he came here. Now.
Yeah.
You know,
And then next
you
day,
both sit like
next
you're
day I couldn't go
autistic.
to school. Yeah. We all
Have you ever noticed how you sit, babe?
No.
Autistic.
Then why is it for Nintendo?
Oh, yeah. The
Of all
title.
things.
The title.
Nintendo, I guess.
They got very creative with their titling.
Yeah. For Wii U. For Nintendo.
Let me show you the case. Let me just show you.
We're gonna break this down.
For my game, at least. Here it is. Here's the case that they came up with. They were very, very creative with these cases.
Super Smash Bros. For Wii U.
Super Smash Bros. For Wii U.
The back looks more.
Nintendo All-Stars do
You
battle.
know,
Oh yeah, you
the
know it.
front
Them
of it,
All-Stars.
like, you know how it goes down a little more for the Wii U?
Yeah.
It kind of goes from, like, Switch to Switch 2 with how much space they have.
God.
Why for Nintendo 3DS and for Wii U? Can't you? You came out with Melee. Melee was at least a name.
Brawl. That's good.
Brawl, yeah, that's a catching name.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yes.
Gonna have me a Smash Brawl.
And
Why did you
before that,
say it
had-
like
I
zesty,
don't
bro?
know, dog.
I mean,
We're gonna have a Smash
you
Brawl.
cannot 64 is the title at all. There's no way.
You can't
I
talk
don't care.
about it. It's
I don't
not
care.
fair.
I don't care what you're gonna say. You can shut up because any video game that has the title 64 in the back of it, you know it's good. Smash Bros. 64, Mario Kart 64.
Yeah.
Even after you play like Mario Kart 8, you're gonna be like, oh, the graphics are terrible. Doesn't matter.
I'm a genius.
It's a game.
It's an awesome game.
But now they're trying to. It's
Okay,
like
and-
they're remaking the
Super Mario 64. No, okay.
3-dimension.
It's going.
3D. Never played Super.
Yeah. What was on?
We're talking about gaming, bro. I'm just a gamer.
I mean, they had the Wii, but like.
Still talking about gaming,
It's
bro.
gonna go bad.
We get a dap
Are
up.
you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's gonna go
clean
bad.
dap up, dog. That was goated.
And we're gonna do this now. What was your question you were gonna ask?
Actually.
Now,
And that you can do special with the laptop.
this definitely isn't just
Well,
recording
I
the
found
TV
out apparently the laptop works as a capture.
at all.
Nice. Okay.
Once I looked up the details, I'll
Definitely
Oh,
not.
This ringing in
Yeah.
your
Here
camera
we go.
is
Trevon's the bottom. I'm the top.
hurting my
Here's
ears.
Jeff Gordon, who recently announced his final season.
Yo, let's go.
Tyler
Look at me
Grace's
locking
Tyler
in at the
Lesson, who
top, bro.
recently
I'm a
announced his
cook.
second season. I just felt like saying he
Did you have
recently
to
announced his second
qualify
season
in
just
this?
because it made sense.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta
Trevon's
break
on
up this
the
hill
back.
too. Make sure you do break up this hill and you
Hey,
don't
it's
crash everybody.
Sonoma.
Yeah,
That's already
Sonoma.
happened,
Hey.
It's fine. Still back
Hey.
in the
He's
corner.
taking your line.
Yeah.
I'm down to class.
That's
There's the
best.
caution.
Caution's out. First caution of the race.
Hey.
So this is good though.
I used to always do that, but now I don't.
But,
Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
I
Give
am
me a
happy
yeah.
with it.
Give me like replays like that shit.
Dude, you could have kept going.
This
They
game
always
was
do that. It's
low
like-
key
It's like,
good,
oh,
bro.
don't stop.
What
Because
game
it's
is
gonna be
it?
caution. It's caution on purpose. Oh, yeah,
I believe it's
no,
NASCAR
no.
14.
Does one corner.
Oh, you
but
could
I
also
do want the
choose your
outside
lane,
line. Now,
too.
typically,
Bruh.
the inside line is.
Yeah, so I
absolutely
could choose-
swamped, But most of the time,
This is the one I think we
outside
have
line,
on your PC. 15. It's
except
the same
for,
game.
Watkins Glen. Listen here, because you actually do.
So I chose the
even though
the
considering
outside
you
lane.
start with a left turn, a slight left turn.
Yeah, they haven't
you
had that in the
finish
game
with a right
after
turn
like
as your
15.
first main turn up at the top.
Yeah.
So I want to have that inside line for that. Road course is the inside line's key
Bro's driving into you.
for anybody.
Yeah, well that's because I'm driving into him, bro. And now I took the right
Same
line
with
and I'm
the
cooking
other
on LinkedIn.
Tracks, the short tracks.
This is like what we're doing now, basically. This is how the series works. It's me talking, and then we cut to like me talking about me.
See, at short tracks, it's also key to have that
We should
line.
just play this game.
There's a caution.
We don't need
That was my
NASCAR
fault, sorry.
25
Throw those gates
multiplayer.
down.
We can just play this.
Split screen on your
Watch.
PC,
We're
dog.
racing actually
Yeah.
pretty good now.
Did I win in the
No, I
end?
just lightly hit his back bumper.
That's my question. Did I win?
You slid.
No, in the time penalties. We won with time penalties!
How much
Yeah, I
was
won with a
that,
time
though?
penalty. Let me lock in, bro. What did you think about this video?
It was good.
Now, when this video went out, were you watching YouTube at the time? 2015. Were you allowed to watch YouTube? Were you old enough for YouTube yet?
I don't think I had anything to watch YouTube on.
Bruh.
Or I might have had, like, my tablet.
Would you have watched this? 9-year-old you.
No, I would have.
9-year-old you, would you watch?
2015?
Yeah. January 2015.
I would have been in 6th grade.
This would have
Or
been
5th grade.
This would have been 9-year-old you. Because it's the beginning of the year. Would you have watched this, 9-year-old Emily?
Probably not.
Would you be watching the weekend show with Curtis?
Probably not, no.
The fuck, bro? Why not? This is high quality content.
I was busy playing, like, Uno by myself.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to our next segment now. All right. It is time for our sports segment. Now, the nice thing about this is we're to talk about sports on the podcast, kind of, you know, how'd your team do last week in football? Oh, both of our teams lost. That's great. That type of thing. But here, we can dive into it deeper, right? Like, there's nothing like getting to talk about, you know, the Patriots' weak schedule, right? They like to slap weaker opponents, whether it's on or off the field. So, like, we can talk about that. But first, let's get into other teams and their matchups this week. So, you have the Colts and the Texans. I picked the Texans to win that one. The Colts are kind of struggling a little bit. The Texans are in a spot for the playoffs still. Or they're in the playoffs. So, they're in a spot there. Again, you can adjust seating a little bit. So, a lot of teams will still have things to play for them to play a little harder. Cowboys against the Giants. Both aren't great, but the Giants have really struggled. I think after they fired their coach, it hasn't helped. Jackson Dart, I think, was getting along well with Brian Dable when they fired him. I don't think that helped Jackson Dart, but I also think that the team's really, it's not good. They got a lot of injuries, so the Giants, I'm sure, just packing it up. We'll see you next year. Saints against the Falcons. Two kind of mid teams. So I picked the Saints. Didn't really have much to say on that one. Cleveland and Cincinnati. Joe Flacco playing against Joe Flacco's previous team from earlier in the year. I'm going to go with the Browns. They did beat the Steelers last week, so I'm feeling good about the Browns at the moment. Tennessee against Jacksonville. I mean, unless Jacksonville rests all their players, they should easily beat Tennessee. Minnesota and Green Bay. I'm going to pick Minnesota. Close matchup there. Not really. I don't know. I just got a vibe about Minnesota this week. I feel like they can go and beat the Packers. Again, Packers are already in the playoffs, so you have that. Chargers against the Broncos. I'm going to go with the Broncos. They still have the first overall seed in the bye to play for. So they're going to want to go and win that game against the Chargers. I think the Chargers might be resting some players for the playoffs. Next up, with the Dolphins and Patriots. I'll pick the Patriots to beat the Dolphins. If it was in Miami, I would pick the Dolphins because the Patriots seem to struggle in Miami late in the year. But this time it's in New England. So we'll give it to the Patriots there. Jets against the Bills, the final regular season game at the Bills Stadium. I'm going to go with the Bills. The Jets do have their nice throwbacks, though, so looking forward to seeing that. But the Bills, again, they still going to play for some playoff seeding, so the Jets haven't been great this year either. A lot of negative things with them. I think there's positives to build on, but there's definitely a lot of negative for this season. Detroit against Chicago. Lions against Bears. I'm going to actually pick the Lions. I feel like they've just been borderline. Obviously, they missed the playoffs this year, but I think the Lions are going to go and want to beat the Bears in the last week. And, yeah, who knows? The Bears, I think, obviously they're good. They're currently the 1 seed in the NFC, but I think that the Lions will go and beat them. Arizona against the Rams. Arizona Cardinals against the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams. Again, a lot of the teams aren't really set in their seeding in the playoffs, so I think they're going to want to go out and try to win those games. Kansas City against Las Vegas. Las Vegas is just terrible. They pretty much beat the Patriots, and they beat the Giants. Or they lost to the Giants, actually. I don't know why I said that. They beat the Patriots pretty much in like one other team. They've not been good this year. So I'm going to pick Kansas City. Not that Kansas City's been much better. Washington against Philadelphia. Commanders are just a mess this year. Jaden Daniels getting hurt multiple times. Definitely has not helped the team. So I'm going to go with the Eagles. Sunday Night Football, winner makes the playoffs between the Ravens and the Steelers. I'm going to go with the Steelers. They got Aaron Rodgers. You can't go against Aaron Rodgers. But the Ravens, I mean, they've been really, really good this year after a bad start. So we'll see what happens. I mean, either one obviously can win that one and make the playoffs. That's going to be a good one for sure. All right. So let's take a look here at the playoff race as we're looking at the season here. So I'm recording this basically before the Saturday games. So the Panthers and Buccaneers, whoever wins that, basically makes their way in for their division as well. And it's the same with the Steelers and the Ravens. So I think everybody else is locked in. It's just the Steelers, Ravens, Panthers, Buccaneers. So when you're watching this video, it's just Steelers and Ravens. Everybody else is already eliminated from potential of making the playoffs. So the Broncos and Patriots are both with the same record of 13-3. So I think that the Broncos win, so I predict them getting the first seed. But if the Broncos lose and the Patriots win, they can get their way in there. I'm not sure if there's a way the Jaguars can. They are 12-4. If the Broncos and Patriots were to lose, it would be a tie of all teams being 13-4 again with the Jaguars winning. So that's a little interesting. But again, mainly between the Broncos and Patriots for the 1 seed. So yeah, that's what we're looking at with that. Again, Jaguars are currently in the 3rd spot. I think they're the only one from there. No, they have the Texans. So, I mean, if the Texans could win, the Jaguars could lose. That could possibly flip depending on head-to-head. Chargers are 11-5, so they can't really go anywhere besides up 1 spot. The Broncos are going to win, or did win the division. And the Bills sitting at 11-5. They can't really do anything besides maybe move up again a spot or two. The Steelers and Ravens, whoever wins that game is the 4. They're not going anywhere. They both have the worst record of any team in the AFC, whoever makes it. The Steelers, if they win, would be 10-7. The Ravens, if they win, would be 9-8. So neither one of those teams really in a spot to move up or down. So they're guaranteed the 4. Looking at the NFC side, the Seahawks, 13-3. I believe they have the 1 seed already locked up by looking at it here. They do play the 49ers and The 49ers, maybe. 49ers are 12-4. Seahawks are 13-3. So the Seahawks, 49ers, they could potentially flip there. Bears are 11-5. Eagles are 11-5. Rams are 11-5, but they have to win their division. So Bears and Eagles, they could flip 2-3 depending on how those results go. Rams and 49ers. If the Rams win, 49ers lose, they could switch to 5 and the 6. The Packers are going to be the 7. The Panthers and Buccaneers, essentially, those two are going to be the 4 because they're basically the same spot as the Steelers and the Ravens with their records. So, yeah, a few movement, but it looks pretty set. The Week 18 for the NFL doesn't really do anything different, to be honest. Do we have a projected thing here? We do. All right, so looking at this projection from the NFL itself, the Broncos are 82% chance to be the 1 seed, with a 6% chance to be the 2 seed, and 12% chance to get the 3 seed. The Jaguars do have a 3% chance to get the 1 seed. The Patriots are 15, but the Patriots have a 69% chance of being the 2 seed. So they're in that spot. The Steelers, it's pretty much them or the Ravens with the 4 seed. No one else can be. The Texans are likely to be the 5. The Chargers, this has them projected likely to be the 7. And the Bills have the best projection of getting the 6 seed. A lot of scenarios there. All right, if we look at the NFC, the Seahawks have 54% chance to be the 1 seed or 46% chance to be the 5 seed. That's the only spot they can be. So the 49ers have, of course, the opposite, with a 46% chance of being the 1 seed, but they also have a 39% chance of being the 6 seed because the Rams are in a spot where they have a good projection to be the 5 or the 6 with a 39% chance to be the 5 seed. Packers are going to be the 7. Panthers have a 76% chance to be the 4 seed. Again, that's the time of recording this. That game will have already happened by the time this video goes out. Eagles are pretty much 2nd or 3rd seed. 69% chance to be the 3rd seed. With the Bears with a 69% chance to be the 2 seed. So, seeding's pretty much set for the playoffs at this point. I mean, you get a little bit of shuffling around, but it looks like it's not in the most shuffling around spot, honestly. So, we'll see what happens. Of course, next week we will preview the playoffs. So, that is what we have for that. Now let's jump to our next segment that we have for you guys, which is Emma and I having a general discussion. And this week we're talking about our song picks for January for 2026. So let's jump to that right now. Are you locked in?
Yeah, I logged in. Are you
Good.
logged in?
I want to ask you, do you think this hoodie's stylish?
No.
Why?
You cut me off.
How?
Because I was asking you a question.
What's your question?
Are you logged in?
I'm always locked in. Are you? You know, you're giving me the look that you're not locked in. Or do you think this hoodie's stylish?
Yeah.
Awesome. I agree.
Can I wear it?
No, you can feel the sleeve. Wow.
Wow.
It's just like its 2015 first episode of this show. All right. January song picks. We do this. We post it on X every month. It used to be on our website, but we don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
So, why don't you tell us your songs that you picked and why you picked some of them? Don't make a face like that. You know this is coming, bruh. You knew this was coming. Get locked in, bro.
I'm locked in, bro.
You knew this was coming. Get ready. It's coming. Get ready.
Just stop.
Get ready for the starting.
Do I have to list all of them?
Yeah.
Well, I have Peace of Mind.
Yo, why are you tweaking so much? You're
I don't know, bro. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. I'm going to tell you my songs now. Alright, go ahead. Tell us your next song.
Rockstar.
Who sings the songs? You gotta...
Lisa.
Okay.
I didn't say it for the first one.
Because I cut you off. Because
Yeah.
you're tweaking.
Yeah, because you're racism.
No, because you're tweaking.
And then I got Every Little Honky Tonk Bar, George Strait. And we got Niggas in Paris. Like Jay-Z and Kanye. Got Along for the Ride by John Denver. Super Freaky Girl by Nicki Minaj. Espresso. Sabrina Carpenter. We got Cult of Personality by Living Color. Queen of My Double Wide Trailer. Sammy Kershaw. Miku by Miku. And Gucci.
I agree.
Got Louisiana Saturday Night. Mel McDaniel. Then What? Clay Walker. Dark Horse feat. Juicy J by Katy Perry. Got The Real Slim Shady by Eminem. We got Civilization by the Andrews Sisters. Banger, by the way. Stacy's Mom by Fountain of Wayne. Red Dirt Road by Brooks and Dunn. 99 Left Balloons by Nina. Got Mask Off by Future. And Freight Train Boogie Choo Choo by John Denver.
Real, why don't you tell us about a few of these, like why you picked them?
Well, I picked Civilization because it's a banger. Because you angry it by it.
Do I?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it would play all the time in Fallout.
Oh, it's the bongo one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that song's a banger.
It's good. It's
I
the
like
same
the
one.
bongo song. It's good because we played Fallout all the time, and you'd keep your radio on, and they would play every other song.
God, it's good. It just played a lot in the game.
I picked Rockstar because of Fortnite.
Look at you picking K-pop now. Proud of you. Incheon will be proud of you as well.
Oh wow.
You good?
Yeah.
You're over here still tweaking, and now you're. This is crazy.
I got Red Dirt Road. Also unintentionally because it was on for New Year's when they performed it.
Yeah.
Which was fire. I have so many songs because you made a delusional playlist, so I had to make a delusional
That's because
playlist.
I just was chilling that night. Being a chill guy. So I made a good playlist, and then you decided, I'm going to copy you. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
And Espresso. Because it's a new year, new time to listen to Sabrina Carpenter.
Real. Alright. Let's see. I picked some songs this month as well. I picked one or two. Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver. My first pick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have Super Bass by Nicki Minaj. We have Stronger by Kanye. Don't Be Cruel by Elvis. There's a Tear in My Beer by Hank Williams and Hank Williams Jr. We have Troubadour by George Strait, My Maria by Brooks and Dunn, Chasing That Neon Rainbow by Alan Jackson, Higher by Creed, TT by Twice, Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo, Man-Child by Sabrina Carpenter, Stop It by Juicy J, Come On Feel the Noise by Quiet Riot, Loose in the Sky with Diamonds by the Beatles, Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen, California Girls by Katy Perry featuring Snoop Dogg, Homegrown Tomatoes by John Denver, Let It Be by John Denver, and Dying Breed by The Killers. Those are my picks. I read through it pretty quick. I was able to break that down for you in about 5 seconds. What are you doing over here? What are you doing? Why are you flipping me off over here?
I'm not.
Nah, why are you doing that?
Because you're criticizing my list reading.
I didn't.
You did.
Alright. We'll give you guys some breakdowns of these songs. Take Me Home Country Roads. It's a song that I enjoy. What?
Nothing?
What?
Nothing?
No. It's my favorite song. John Denver. It's my guy. We have a John Denver album in the background. Look at that.
There's another one behind that one, too.
Yeah, and there's also some in our recording area, which is not here. This is also our recording area, but it's not, because it's in my bedroom.
For real.
The background is kind of picked to be the background for the videos, though. We did design that with the intention of that. We got Super Bass by Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is locked in for Trump, so we're locked in for Nicki Minaj. We have Don't Be Cruel by Elvis. Elvis is like goated, bro. I feel like people don't like...
He's just a chill guy.
I feel like younger people don't like, respect bro's like goatedness for back in the day. We're gonna go with Higher by Creed. That's another one to discuss. Because I was just feeling that vibe in the moment when I was making this playlist.
Like tweaking?
I was just like, this is how I feel.
Tweaking?
No. We got Stop It by Juicy J, because that whole album that has that song on it, whatever that album's called, Stay Trippy. That was a good album. Very wild. So I vibe with that. Homegrown Tomatoes by John Denver. I was like, let me pick something like a lot of John Denver albums that are his later albums. He got into like doing more folk music where they sing about random shit.
Tomatoes.
And he was talking about homegrown tomatoes. And that really vibed with me because I was like, I want to start a garden next year. We're going to do gardening. We're going to have gardening videos. So 2026, guys, gardening videos coming soon. So that's that. Those are my song picks. How do you feel about your song picks?
They're good. I like them.
All right, so we'll do this again in February. We'll have our song picks and we'll break down something for you. Next segment, though, does contain music. It's Emily's segment of this show. And what are you telling everybody about this week?
My violin.
That's right. Emily talks about her violin, so we'll go to that right now.
Hello, and welcome to my segment of mystery. Which you don't know what I'm gonna do every week. No. We're gonna get musical. In a musical kind of way. Like, musical. Ignore my diagram. This is my diagram. Take a gander at this. This is what we're gonna talk about today. This is my favorite instrument. My primary instrument, even. I've played it forever. And I think this channel needs a little classical. A little fiddly. But so we have my mystery and magical violin here. It's totally mine and not definitely a picture. But this is everything you need to know. So we got the scroll there. Not that fucking side, bro. We got the scroll here. That's just a little knob guy. He's a little knobby. We got the pegs that hold all the strings in place, as one would assume. You have the neck of the instrument, which is just the piece in between the pegs and the scroll, the peg box, to just about where the fingerboard is. So that's the part that you just magically place your fingers and go, wah. But then you have the actual fingerboard, which is actually this whole entire little strip here, the little guy. And the strings are obvious. There's strings on there. And they go in a magical order of G, D, A, E. But, and you have like little body guy. Little body part of the little guy. He's just a block of wood. He's my, as I would call it, my block of firewood. Because it's very flammable. But you got them magical F holes that make the violin have more sound and resonance. And if you have a shit instrument, it's gonna sound kind of dookie. But luckily you can improve that by getting a better instrument. But they just make better, bigger sound. And then we got the little bridge guy here. Shit. We got the little bridge guy. He holds the strings. He holds the little strings up. Make sure they don't go. Because if he fell over, you ain't playing anymore. If that shit breaks, you're not playing anymore. You gotta get a new one. New bridge. Because you can't play on a flat instrument with no little, like, point. You got the little tailpiece that holds all of the strings on, and it connects to the actual front of the instrument. There's a little metal bar that bends down in front of it, and just magically holds it there and doesn't break any somehow. I don't know how. But you do also have those fine tuners on there, which are in the tailpiece. Fuck. Oh my goodness. Yeah, in the tailpiece right here, there are 4 little knobs. They basically do what the tuning pegs do, just more. If it's flat or if it's sharp, not for if you need to go up a whole damn note because your violin's that bad out of tune. You got the chin rest where you put your little chin to hold the violin up. You usually have a shoulder rest on the other side, so it is more balanced and more flat out in front of you, and not just like hanging down low, neck broken. And I do want to mention inside of the instrument, obviously, because it's like, violins are like this big. They have the little make and the model serial number. Mine, no idea what it says. Mine's so old, I have no idea what it says. So, it's unfortunate. But usually it'll tell you, like, the year and all that fun jazz. Now, my violin, actually, my violin broke here. My neck snapped off. And I had to get it re-glued together. Luckily, it was a nice, clean, flat snap. So it wasn't that deep. It was, but it wasn't that deep. It was very sad. I was very upset about it. But my violin's all better. I have a new one, so it doesn't do that. But now we got the little bow guy. You have the little wooden stick part that makes your magical bow. You just saw away. But at the bottom, the base of it is the frog. You have your little fingers like this, pretty much. You have the little screw at the bottom of the frog to make the hair on the bow either tighter or looser, because you don't want to put it away painfully tight, because you can just break it, basically. Bows are very fragile, probably more fragile than the violin itself. And the hairs are made out of horsehair, so they do stretch over time, and you will have to probably get a new one. Like, one of my bows stretched out too much. One of them, the screw actually wouldn't tighten the bow hairs, so I couldn't actually use that one. It's a whole, like, you have to be more gentle with your bow than your violin, pretty much. And then, excuse me, then you have the tip of the bow, because you either start at the frog or you start at the tip. Because when you're playing the instrument, you either have down bows or up bows, so you gotta know if you gotta start at the frog of your bow or you gotta start at the tip of your bow, because you're going up or down. And I remember this so well. When I was in middle school, we used to get lifesavers, like the flavored ones, and we'd put them at the tip of our bow, because it's a little, like, there's like this much of wood that sticks up, and you could balance shit on it sometimes. So we would, like, do bow warm-ups and, like, see how well you can hold it onto your bow, and if you dropped it, you didn't get to eat it, because that's obviously disgusting. It's a middle school floor. But that was probably the funnest of my, like, middle school experience of the violin, because I started in 5th grade. In 8th grade, during the summer, I started lessons with my favorite person. She's awesome. Love her. And I've done it ever since. But yeah, the violin's very special to me. My aunt played the violin when she was younger. I don't think not long or well, but she did. So I have hers, and it's a copy, like a Stradivarius copy, which is super cool. And then my violin that I have now is from 1880, from Germany. It got shipped here to Minnesota, completely taken apart and rebuilt. And now here it is in my possession, and it's very nice. I love it. It's my favorite thing, instrument-wise. But, that's my piece. I love my damn instrument, and I can't wait to start playing it more. But that's that's me. I'm done. So, see y'all in the next segment.
All right. It is now time for the closing segment of this lovely episode of the Weekend Show. The first episode of the Weekend Show since 2015, as we've revived this series. And the ending segment, I feel, is a good time to give a preview for what you can expect in the next week of content on YouTube and on X from us here with the Epiccw brand. Are you ready to break this down for me, babe?
Yeah.
All right. So, coming up for you guys, and when it comes to your videos, you can give maybe a little preview about one or two of them. I'll mention it to you.
Okay.
All right, on Monday, so tomorrow's videos, we have for you guys Pokemon Legends Arceus Let's Play. We're on episode number 28 of that. I'm going to arrive at the Coronet Highlands, so we have a new area to explore. And we'll be exploring that for most of January and February. Stardew Valley, our series together, we're on episode 23. And we have Katamari, We Love Katamari Reroll. I'm playing that for the first time in a while. But actually maybe the first video on the channel of that. On Tuesday, we have Fallout 4 Let's Play episode number 1. This is your series, babe. What are you going to say about that? You're jumping into Fallout 4 for the first episode.
It was good.
It's just like a preview. Like, how excited are you for the series and all that?
I'm locked in. I think it's going to be fun. I played it once for like 5 minutes.
All right. We have Just Cause 3 Bridge Fun, 10th anniversary episode. 10 years of the Just Cause 3 Bridge Fun live stream. That's the most viewed piece of content ever uploaded. And we're also debuting Pokemon Violet Co-op Let's Play. That's both of us playing Pokemon Violet, essentially, where we alternate every 2 episodes who's playing. So I do episode 1 and 2. Emily will do episode 3 and 4. Comes back to me for 5 and 6. Back to Emily for 7 and 8. Back to me 9 and 10, and so on from there. So very excited about that different concept of a playthrough of Pokemon, where we're kind of doing a playthrough video, but we're not necessarily playing through every moment of it. So you kind of got to jump back in and be like, all right, where are we at? And keep going. It's going to be a little bit interesting the further we get into the story, too, I think. All right. Then the next day, on Wednesday, we have NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup Career Mode, episode number 47. We have Wreckfest Career, episode number 29. And Fortnite. We play Fortnite together in a video for that. And then on Thursday, we have Super Mario Odyssey Let's Play episode number 19. Overwatch 2 Competitive episode number 1 of that. We used to have competitive, we did a few videos of that back in the day. A few different versions of that series. So Emma and I are doing Overwatch 2 Competitive weekly. How you feel about that as a series? And that first episode, that was the Diva Friendship match video.
That was funny. I just showed up and said, no.
I'm excited for that one. There is one moment where I do make friends with the enemy Diva in that match. And lastly for that week, or that episode, Lego Fortnite series. That's a fun one to record. That's been a enjoyable series. On Friday, Emily's iRacing Experience episode number 1. This is where you bought Martinsville and raced the Tony Breidinger livery truck. What can people look forward to in that video?
It was bad. Death and destruction.
Alright. We also have, on that day, Gran Turismo Racing Champions Season 7, episode number 2. We haven't recorded that yet, actually. That's going to be recorded the day after this video goes out, so we haven't recorded it yet. But that's going to be good. I do have a slight championship lead over you after the first episode. I think we each won 2 races, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we have, after that, is the 280th episode of The Race Plus, our second episode of 2026 together. The second one without WAN. The first one, though, of the year without snow. So, we can get maybe a little more proper race. I'm going to be going for my 6th episode win in a row. And you're going to look for your first of 2026. On Saturday, next week, we have the GTA Tour episode 1, Deluxo versus Krieger. What are you going to say about that one?
I'm locked in to race my car.
There you go. It is kind of like a Top Gear style. That's what the GTA Tour is based on Top Gear Grand Tour type thing. So we're racing the plane against a car, like they would do in old Top Gear episodes.
Is the plane called a Deluxo too?
It's Deluxor, sorry. Deluxor Deluxe. There we go. Deluxor Deluxe. Not the Deluxo, it's Deluxor Deluxe. That's why I said the wrong word. And then we have you playing Let's Go Pikachu, episode number 19. The episode titled This Primeape Isn't a Problem Anymore. And then we have Generational Run, the podcast. And then next Sunday, we have the first monthly mini-series episode of Farming Simulator for January. And NASCAR 25 career, we head to Rockingham. So, a lot of exciting stuff there. The next week, and of course, we end next Sunday with episode 2 of the Weekend Show. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode of the Weekend Show. And we'll see you guys in the next one.